Bonjour. Today's lesson, we're going to be talking about time. So the heading for our lesson I've put as Quelle heure est-il? Which means what time is it? What time is it? Okay, quelle heure est-il? So just a quick review of what we've already learned. We've already learned how to tell time at the top of the hour. So we can say Il est 5 heures. It's 5 o'clock. Okay. Hour hand is short. Minute hand is long. We could also say if it's in the evening time, because we use the 24-hour clock, Il est 17 heures. So next we're going to be talking about how to say time that's not at the top of the hour. How to say the number of minutes. Okay. So we have, in English we would say it's 4:10. The short hand is pointing to the hour, the long hand is pointing to the minutes. So we have 4:10. Il est 4:10. So in order to say the number of minutes, we just add the number of minutes, in this case 10, after heure. Very simple. If it's in the evening, we can do the same exact thing. If we're saying 4 o'clock in the evening and we're using the 24-hour clock, we can say Il est 16h10. It's 4:10. It means the same thing. Il est 16h10. Now, we actually can tell time in two different ways. We can tell time using the military time, what we call, usually in America, we call it military time, or the 24-hour clock, where we have 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then it continues for the afternoon hours, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 0. Or we can tell time in French this in a similar way that we do in English, which is by in the afternoon starting over with 1 again. Okay, so this first phrase here, we could say 4:10 in the morning, or 4:10 in the evening. And if we want to be a little bit more specific, we can add, let me change this little thing here. We can add du matin in the morning, or if we want to say in the evening, du soir. That's du, S-O-I-R, soir. 4 o'clock is really more in the afternoon, though. So for the afternoon, we could say de, D-E, l'après-midi. De l'après-midi. Okay? So, il est 4h10 du matin, or il est 4h10 de l'après-midi. Okay, here we have just another example. So we have 8:20 in English, we would say. Il est 8h20. It is 8 hours, 20 minutes. Il est 8h20. Okay? If we're on the 24-hour clock and it's in the evening, we would say il est 20h20. Okay? 20h20. Okay? And for the rest of the slides that you'll see, the first sentence, we're going to use what's called heure courante. I'm going to try that again. Courante. Okay, and that's how we normally tell time in the U.S. We say 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, instead of saying 1,300 hours, 1,400 hours, 1,500 hours. Okay, and in the second phrase on each slide, we're going to use l'heure officielle. Okay, and that is the 24-hour clock. L'heure officielle is 24-hour clock. L'heure courante is the how we would use it normally. All right, here's where things start to mix up a little bit. Okay, so let's just take a look at the first phrase. Remember, the first phrase we're using heure courante. Okay, so how we would normally tell time in the US. Okay, so not the 24-hour clock. It reads, Il est 3 heures moins 10. Okay, so let's look at the direct translation. It is 3 o'clock minus 10. Well, if it's 3 o'clock minus 10 minutes, that would be 2:50. And you can see that on our clock here. Okay, the hour hand is not quite to 3 o'clock, and we have 10 minutes to go until the top of the hour, so it's 2:50. In French, for heure courante, so not 24-hour clock, they're going to subtract from the hour. So they're going to round up to the top of the hour. So if it's 2 o'clock, they're going to say 3, and they're going to say minus 10. Okay? In the US, we say it is 10 till 3 o'clock. Same thing. Okay? 10 till, they just say 3 o'clock minus 10. Okay? Still means 2:50. Okay? So again, if you're given the time 2:50, okay, you're going to round up to the 3, and you're going to subtract the number of minutes to the top of the hour. And you're going to do this for any time that is on the left side of the clock. So if you have any minutes that are on the left side of the clock, so after the 30-minute mark, you're going to subtract this. Okay, we'll have another example. So let's go ahead and leave that there, and we'll come back to this slide to visit the second sentence on here. Okay, so here we have Il est 1 heure moins 20. So it's 1 o'clock minus 20. It's 20 till 1. Okay, so it's the minutes are on the left side of the clock after the 30-minute mark. Okay, it is approaching 1 o'clock, but it's not there yet. So we say, Il est 1 heure moins 20. It's 12:40. We rounded up to the next number, and we subtracted the number of minutes until the top of the hour. 20 minutes until 1 means 12:40. Okay? So let's take a look at that second sentence now. Right? Il est 12h40. This is the other way that you can tell time. Now remember, heure officielle, the 24-hour clock, is normally only used for, official times. So like a time a movie starts, a time your class is at, something that's very official. If someone just asks you what the time is, you're probably going to be using this. Okay? But if you're asking about a schedule, if you're asking about some time a party starts, something along those lines, you're going to be using a time like this. So note in the 24-hour clock, they don't subtract the minutes. They just say the number. Il est 12h40. 12:40. Okay? So now we can take a look back at that second sentence. So, il est 14h50. And that S shouldn't be there. Okay. So, il est 14h50. It is 1400 hours and 50 minutes. 2:50. All right. Another tricky thing about telling time in French is that at the quarter hours, okay, instead of saying, for example, il est 10h15 for 15, okay, they might say that in the official time, okay, but another way that they might say that is il est 10h15, okay, so they're going to say and a quarter, okay, in English we say quarter past, okay, it's quarter past 10. Okay, so we do the same thing in English, just worded a little bit differently. It's quarter past 10. So anytime you see something that's 15 minutes past the hour, you can say écart, écart. All right? And you'll see on our next couple of slides what you can say for half past and quarter till. So here we have the half past. So you can see that it's 8:30. Okay? And we say il est 8h30 and a half. Okay? So instead of saying the minutes, the number of minutes, we're going to say that it's half past the hour. Il est 8h30. Okay? But in official time, in the 24-hour clock, il est 20h30. So in the 24-hour clock, they're still going to use the number of minutes. But when someone's just speaking to you, you ask them the time, they're going to tell you, il est 8h30. Okay? And lastly, saying something that's to the quarter, or excuse me, a quarter till the hour. So again, if we have something that's a quarter till the hour, it is on that left side of the clock, remember? So we're going to see the word minus again. And we're going to minus the quarter. So, il est 2h moins le quart. So 2h moins le quart, 2 o'clock minus the quarter, that's 1:45. Okay, so in official time, in the 24-hour clock, we would say il est 1h45, 1:45. In spoken time, il est 2h moins le quart. Okay, moins le quart. One last bit of information, then I promise we'll wrap this up. Okay, this is a long video and I understand that. In order to say noon and midnight, they have specific words for noon and midnight, just like we do. So if you want to say that it's noon, you say il est midi. Okay, kind of looks like midday, midi, midi. So that's noon. Okay, noon, midi. And if you want to say that it's midnight, you say il est minuit, minuit. It kind of looks like midnight, and that's exactly what it means, because nuit means night, so midnight. Just like that, nice and easy, midnight. So just remember, when you have minutes on the left side of the clock, you're going to subtract the number of minutes using the word moins. Okay, so if it's, let's say, it's almost 3 o'clock, let's say, and here, okay, I'll write it in the digits, so it's 2:35. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to round up our number. Il est 3h, round it up. Il est 3h moins 25, because we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes until the hour. So, il est 3h moins 25. And don't forget, for écart, that means and a quarter. Et demi, half past. Moins un quart is quarter till. Midi is noon, middle of the day. Minuit is midnight, middle of the night. Okay, I know that was a long video, it had a lot of information, so I'm going to wish you bonne chance. I'll see you next time. Feel free to watch the video a second time if you need to go back and look at that information again.